They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought it was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK to anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got 'em all, you don't want no. I got all those shits, nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
What's going on, everybody? Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. What's going on? All things salute. Edgar Chavez salute. What's we got going on in the building? Let me drop the link real quick. Y'all know how we do it early. But yeah. Who next? What's next? What weight is that? That's what we all asking now. That's what we all asking now. Coach Amber, salute. Opinionated boxing, Shalom Princess, Shawar Allah. Mrs. Head Moderator, salute, salute. How everybody doing today? I hope everybody blessed, feeling good. All right, we got a fight this weekend. It's between them two young, Eddie Hearns boy. And what's crazy is, what's that dude name? It's like they keep fighting each other. That Lay Woods guy. It's crazy because Floyd Mayweather offered Lay Woods his biggest payday to fight Camille Moulton. And I feel like after seeing Camille Moulton fight, I feel like Camille Moulton washes that man. So they don't want Camille Moulton to get a chance to fight him for that belt. Camille Moulton is the truth. And see, he's young at it, and he's coming up in age. He's going to be hell. He's Tank 2.0. And see, Floyd is good at making great fighters and putting them out there. So on December 9th, you know, Floyd, that's another reason why Floyd is on that card, so he can push that young man. Because Floyd knows his name is still resounding in boxing. So if Floyd's on the card, he's going to attract a lot of eyes. And so a lot of people get to see that young brother, and he's going to get 2 cents. Salute. So he's going to get a lot of airplay just off of that right there. I see a lot of people think, matter of fact, who do y'all, like KQKC just sat there and said something. I want to see what everybody else think. To the chat, who do y'all think will win trainer of the year this year? Who y'all think winning trainer of the year? Got my my other co-host 2 cent up here early. Peace and blessings, princess. What's good?
What up, upper? Hey,
Nah.
up, I seen you on Fanning earlier. I mean, I was chatting with you on Fanning earlier. I don't know if you seen me.
Oh, when I be on for 9, I be in the bed watching. Sometimes I don't get to say nothing. Sometimes I do from my pad, but I be on there a lot. I'm on for 9 and KQKC every day. That's part of my routine.
Oh, okay. I was like, up, don't see me. I'm saying, what's up? Ask some questions.
Yeah, I be in and out. I might sit there and type something in and then get back on my thing. You know, I don't be really paying attention like that. I be watching the chat from the TV screen. Really.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. How you doing today?
I mean, you know, I'm blessed. We all alive here. You feel me? We all woke up, so you know, hey, I can't complain too much because people that ain't did that. You feel me?
Yeah. I heard you ask about trainer of the year. You think it's gonna be Bomac?
Um, if he wouldn't have got this charge he just got, it probably would have been because of the way that Terrence Crawford um got over on Earl Spence. I think they would have gave it to him then. But honestly, nah.
I don't know. Trainer of the year. I'm trying to think of the biggest fights we've had where the big fights haven't just been like knocked down, drag out, you know, to be like, oh, this person is trainer of the year.
Yeah, see, that's the thing right there. Like, that's why I was asking the chat as well who they think will be fight of the year. I mean, trainer of the year. You feel me? Because trainer of the year, that's big. You know, Bomac also had that debacle earlier with Mo Hooker and Blair Cobb. Remember, where Terrence Crawford had to take over for him because Bomac was getting out coached.
Oh, that was this year?
I thought that was early this year.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know. This the years start to run together, but I didn't think that was this year, but maybe it was.
I
Well, you think
would.
if Benavidez, who was Benavidez trainer?
His dad, Jose,
Benavidez win?
Jose Benavidez Senior, and they also got El Rayo and a couple other people too.
That's a tough question. Trainer of the year. I don't even know. What big fights we got left for the year? We got the Benavidez, Andrade.
Benavidez
We
versus
got
Boo
the
Boo.
we
Benavidez
got
beats
the
Boo.
Devin Haney Regis. You think if Haney wins?
Yeah, if Haney beats Regis, you got to give Bill Haney some credit too. Aaron Muhammad Salute King. Yeah, you got to also give Devin Haney credit. So you got Devin versus Regis. You got David versus Boo Boo. I mean, it's kind of tight. If Earl or Charlo would have won, if one of them would have won, it would have made it easier to give it to Coach Derek James. But since both of his big names lost, it'd be a lot harder for them to give it to him. Plus, it's hard for Derek James and then to make a mistake because they hate man down and Spencer James. So
I understand that they lost, but he had two fighters in undisputed fights. Is that not
yeah,
big?
he had the hardest schedule by far. Salute to my guy, Expensive Paper, with the $20 bomb squad. Expensive Paper always coming through. Peace and blessings, King. Salute, Expensive Paper. Yeah, but
And
see,
I don't even know, but I mean, Derek James had two fighters fighting for undisputed.
but he lost both of them too, though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's like giving credit to a person that gets shot instead of the person that's doing the shooting. But I think Bozy Ennis has a chance too, because he did his fighter did fight their first fight at 10 rounds and looked spectacular in a 10 round fight. Yeah, Santos had a good run too, Shua. It's kind of hard, but being the fact that Bomac just caught a criminal charge, they're not going to want to, they're going to want to say something about that criminality. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to try to be like, well, he committed a criminal act and this is good. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the issue right there as well. So I don't know. But like I said, Bomac has about 10, 12 fighters in that gym. And the only ones that's winning is Steven Nelson, Terrence Crawford, and Keyshawn. Mr. Ishmael, salute, King. A lot of
I
his
thought
other
Keyshawn,
fighters
does
be.
Keyshawn still have a fight? I thought he had a fight this month. Did they cancel it because of Bomac?
Nah, I think I heard he had a fight coming up too. Yeah, Coach Amber, if Devin does win, I would give it to Bill Haney because Devin would have had two big boy fights, two hard fights. But you can also say the same about David Benavidez if he beats Boo Boo. But no, because Jose Benavidez did get his butt whooped by Chris Colbert this year. I mean, so yeah, El Rayo got beat by Chris Colbert this year. See, trainer of the year. See, that's what Daryl Pig salute. That's what people get it wrong. Trainer of the year means all your people, not just one. So yeah, you might have one superstar, but it sees how you transition as coaching. Because a lot of coaches are blessed, like Eddie Reynoso. He has Canelo as a star. Canelo doesn't need as much because he's gifted. But you see when he's teaching Valdez, Hector Garcia is with Santos too. Oh yeah, Santos got a good run. But you got to look at all of their fighters because when you got the fighter that's not as gifted as some of them, then it shows the coach's ability to put him on a level playing field with his opponent. That's the best way to measure it like that. Because see, Terrence Crawford really doesn't need much coaching. I mean, he's a damn S class fighter that knows what to do in the ring, just like
But
Floyd.
Terrence Crawford got like 4 or 5 coaches, I heard.
Bo Mac's the main coach though. He's the head coach. So the head coach is the one that gets the credit. That's why Bo Mac turned around and spread it. So Bo Mac sat there and gave everybody else the credit. Because remember, at first they just gave Bo Mac the credit, and remember Bo Mac turned and was like, "Nah, I got this whole team." But with Bo Mac being the head coach, that's his credit. Everything boxing, salute, King, peace and blessings. So you got to give it to that. But honestly, I feel like it's gonna be a tough race. And with Bomac catching that charge, they're not gonna want to give it to him right there because he caught a charge and everything. You know how they do about that. But what I was saying yesterday, David Benavidez, he has a lot of holes in his game. But talking to knockout boxing, I still think Boo Boo's kind of old and his legs ain't fresh. And we know Boo Boo likes to fade in fights. So him fighting David Benavidez could be dangerous because if he's not the same one that he was when he was in the early divisions. Boo Boo gets faded against David Benavidez, he's gonna get stopped. Or it's gonna be a bad night. But if he does get past David Benavidez, he has to fight Morrell next. King Von salute. See, if Benavidez loses, Jamal Charlo gets the Canelo fight. And Boo Boo still doesn't get it. He has to go to Morrell. That's the politics of boxing. And see, Boo Boo is not really a PBC fighter. That's why I'm trying to explain to people that Terrence Crawford is not a PBC fighter. So they have a 3-fight deal with Canelo. They're not going to put it out with other fighters that they're not going to maximize their profit and their income with using outside fighters. That's like using a mercenary. Spence paper, peace and blessings, King. But let me drop the link. Anybody else want to hop up here before we start getting really cooking? But yeah. I just seen the thing of Shakur. He was on Gilly and Wallow, right? You think so, Key? Hey, Key, I got Boo Boo. I got Boo Boo getting off the first couple rounds. Then I feel like with that awkwardness, like Caleb Plant did. And then I feel like Boo Boo legs and his age is gonna catch up on him. And I feel like, because I just thought about it, he was having problems with the other guy he was just fighting. And that other guy ain't no big puncher, like Knockout was telling me. He got knocked out. Jeff R. Salute, King. But I do remember that, like I said the other day, that version of Canelo, people giving Jermell Charlo a lot of hell. But they should have been giving it. That's why I said, Key. Hey, Key, hop up here, bro. Hop up here. I wanted to discuss it with you anyway, bro. Because I know you know your stuff.
That Charlo is getting a little out of it's a little out of hand in my opinion. Like
It's like
I
they
don't
wanted to see
know.
Charlo get stretched out. That's what that was. They wanted to see Charlo get
Yeah.
stretched out because Canelo is not getting none of the critic that Errol Spence was getting. And see, Jermell Charlo came up 2 divisions and he didn't get knocked out, while Mike Garcia came up 1 division. And then they sitting up there giving Errol Spence all this backlash, but they ain't giving that non-backlash to Canelo when he had a fighter twice as small as what Earl did. That's why I say the hypocrisy. And then people sit there and talk about Mill tucked his tail. People ain't really watched that fight with a keen boxing eye. Like I said, as me used to being a fighter, I seen it. Jermell Charlo caught that man with 18 shots that would have dropped the normal 154 pounder. This is what people don't understand. The man caught him on 8 different ligament shots that will drop a man. The chin, he caught him on the side of it. He caught him with short shots, short, powerful shots. He caught him with a shot that Erickson Lubin got dropped with. He caught him with a straight counter with all his power. After he got caught flush with that straight counter, Canelo's got to see all of Jermell Charlo power. And guess what he did after he got caught with that straight counter? He dropped his hands and started coming forward. And people don't understand that you just hit somebody with your best shot. You've been catching them time and time again. This man is not flinching. And you catching him with shots he don't see. Jermell Charlo had no other choice but to get lateral. The man was not going down. The man was not taking no damage. It was nothing Jermell Charlo could do. He underestimated Canelo.
And he showed a lot in that fight, too.
And like I
showed a lot in that fight.
Yeah, and Jermell Charlo got hit with shots. And see, I told people before the fight, I said the only chance Jermell Charlo has is when Canelo gets gassed out, is he's going to have to pour it on Canelo when Canelo get gassed out. Because I said, you got to weather you got to weather that storm that Canelo has. And when he gets tired, he has to pour it on. But when you got Canelo not sitting down in the corners and the man's gassed up, there's no way that you can do anything to that man. And see, one thing that I've talked about, and I just did the research on it 2 days ago, it's kind of messed up for us as our fighters because with our nationality, they have an unfair advantage over us. See, the WBC even mandated it. Mexican fighters, not Mexican American fighters, but Mexican fighters are allowed to have a certain percentage of clenbuterol in their system, which is completely unfair and is biased because I did research. With the new level that they have of the clenbuterol, after 24 hours in your system, the clenbuterol dissipates. So it's not concentrated. It goes throughout your whole entire system. So once it's spread through your entire system, when they take a sample from you, the sample is not going to be concentrated. That's why they raise the level up. So when you got it in your system, after 24 hours, it spreads throughout your whole system. So when they take a sample with the raised level that they have, it doesn't go off because it's done spread out. See, normally they do the test to see if you have it in your system. Now they're testing the amount that you have in your system, which is all well and good if you catch them within the 24 hours before it takes for your body to break it down and dissipate it. So a man can come in there with 4 times the limit, and in a day, it splits out. Angel Hall, you ask that every day. Why do you keep asking that same question? You come in here. We like them both. They're both beautiful queens, beautiful princesses in this world. Why choose?
And
That's
then
the
you
problem. They
gotta
always
too.
trying to pit us against each other to choose. Why choose against each other? Both of them are beautiful. Both of them are great. Why even have to pick? That's called separation. Divide and conquer. Let's not divide and conquer. Let's choose both of them. How about that? That's what I say. I might be wrong. But, and then, like I check, and if, say, like, if Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, or Devin Haney was to be tested and found with clenbuterol in their system, it's the bylaws now. They will be in accordance and fail the violation of the substance abuse policy. So if Devin Haney, Shakur, Tank takes and has the same amount, they will be in violation of the substance abuse. But you can sit there and test them, and they're allowed to have it to a certain percentage. And that's an unfair advantage. If you don't know, clenbuterol, it boosts your testosterone. It boosts the natural aggression in your body, as well as it boosts your muscle regenerative properties, the muscle energy, muscle mass, muscle speed, muscle oxygen, the blood flow of your muscles. It helps your muscles to recover quicker. It helps it to grow stronger, and it helps with your conditioning. Also, it pushes your punch reflexes up. So basically, it's like if you ever watched the show The Witcher, when the Witcher's fighting one of them monsters and he take his little drink and he becomes superhuman. Or if you got Dr. Jekyll and he turns into Mr. Hyde with a drink, that's basically what our fighters have to go up against. And see, that's what people are not talking about. And I think it's a travesty in boxing that they're allowing that, because people are fighting with an unfair advantage. Now I hear people talk about Snack Strong. I really don't know, because Snack is still using enhancement that are legal. If as long as it's legal, you can't say it's illegal, because if it's legal, you're allowed to take it. But yeah, so do I think Canelo got in shape like that naturally? No, we know he didn't. We know he had a level of clenbuterol and it was allowed. But
And
do
I
I think
wonder
it
why
was?
that's not being taken into account, because y'all don't know what type of power Charlo felt in there. He probably felt like this may feel a little unnatural. I'm not about to risk it because,
It did. You see him punch through Charlo guard. You see when he hit Charlo in the
yeah,
body and lifted him up.
yeah, like me trying to please y'all, this would have ruined my career, and then y'all, the backlash would have still been the same, in my opinion.
I'm gonna tell you like this. When have we seen somebody, when Canelo fought Callum Smith, right? Do y'all remember what Canelo did to Callum Smith's arms? When Callum Smith
Didn't
was
he break
blocking,
him? Break something?
yes, he broke him up through the blocks. Like he destroyed that man's arms through the blocks. So that's what I'm saying. People don't know, and people saying that they should have did this and that. But I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times, a lot of people are great observers, but when they're put in that situation, they won't act upon what they see, because a lot of people will freeze in a moment, and a lot of people won't do what they say they would do in that moment. It's easy to give your opinion and say what you would and wouldn't do when you're in a different moment than when you're in that moment. Trust me, I've been in a few moments, and when you're in that moment, you only got a split second to decide, and a lot of times, some people get debilitating fear. And plus, when you have a person that you know can actually hurt you because you done felt his power through a block, you're gonna be wary. And one thing that people don't realize, even though Charlo was wary throughout the fight, he still was scoring clean shots. Like the man was still scoring clean shots to Canelo. Canelo went into a predator stance, dropped his hands, and came forward like he had mitts on, where he was swatting away Charlo's trying to catch and shoot. That's what people fail to realize. Y'all looking at the fact that Charlo was moving, trying to get the hell up out of there, but you don't see that Canelo was getting hit flushed, and it was getting swatted away.
But what's weird is how, and what makes it seem a little agenda-ish, is that everybody's talking about it and everybody's saying the same thing. Nobody is being objective about it and cutting Charlo any slack at all. Like I have
It's
not heard one person say he dared to be great and just wasn't successful.
exactly, but when Mikey Garcia did it, he dared to be great. When Canelo got beat by Bivol 12 straight rounds, Canelo dared to be great. And I say Canelo didn't dare to be great because if you remember, he went up and beat Sergey Kovalev. So he beat Kovalev, so he's already beat a champion at 175. So don't say he's dared to be great. He's been there before. You know what I'm saying? Like Mikey Garcia, he fought at 142. You know, Mike Garcia beat Sergey Lipinets for the belt. He also beat Broner. So he was only coming up half a weight class, really one weight class. Charlo came up two weight classes, and Mikey Garcia got destroyed. Garcia got destroyed from the eighth round. His brother was going to stop the fight, but they wanted a moral victory to go 12 rounds with Earl the Truth Spence. Mikey was never the same after that fight because he sat there and took that damage. Jamil Charlo was a mover. He's a lot fleet-footed than Mikey Garcia. He was able to get in and out of them situations. So Mikey sat there and did just about as much as Charlo did, but he covered up while Jamil moved through shots and clinched. He did what Andre Ward used to do. He clinched. He would pop, pop, and clinch. People forget that's how Andre Ward used to fight. That's how he fought Kovalev. He pop, pop, clinch. Pop, pop, clinch. But you know,
Yeah, and that power just wasn't enough to do nothing to
yeah,
Canelo. But I do feel like if Charlo like would have boxed a little bit more and landed more shots, he could have possibly pulled off a draw, maybe if he boxed a little bit more. But we already know a decision or a draw against Canelo is difficult to get.
yeah. Early in the fight, it was way more activity out of Mikey Schwab. But after the eighth round, Mikey was just like in a shit turtle shell form. Charlo still threw shots throughout the fight, but Mikey, but yeah, when you can't hurt somebody, when you give a person your best shot and you catch them clean when they're not looking, you know they tell you when you boxing, you knock out a person from the shot that they don't see coming. That's the shot. You got to always try to set it up to hit somebody with the shot that they don't see coming. That's every boxer's dream is to set you up and catch you with something that you don't see coming. And Mel did that. He caught Canelo with something he didn't see coming and loaded up too.
And
As soon
Canelo
as
put both his hands down and walked
he
forward. That's when
put
I was like, this
both
gonna
of
be a
his hands,
long night.
when Charlo hit him with that, people, he put both of his hands forward, like 2 Cent said, and started walking forward. That is demoralizing. You catch a man with all that, and he just puts his hands down when he takes your best shot, a shot that knocks people out that they didn't see coming. This man puts his hand down like inviting you for more. There's nothing you can do. Jamil Charlo back was against the wall, and Nello was dropping them damn cannonballs on Jamil. Jamil was catching them cannonballs with his body. And Canelo was clenbuterol strong. I don't care what you say, because it was still in his test. It was in his blood test, but it was appropriate levels. He had appropriate levels in his blood.
That's so wild. Like that's wild. That's literally like you clearly have some type of
When you
advantage.
have the money of Canelo, and Eddie Reynoso's family owns a butcher shop, so you would think with that much money you can get beef that's not tainted. Like when you got that type of money, and you know boxing is your life, you can buy meat that's not tainted. You can import cows, but they want us to believe this dumb shit and keep going with the narrative and everything, not to realize what really went on. Like Jamel even said that power was unnatural. And you know, Jamel's done been hit by a lot of people.
And did you see? I felt like in the post-fight conference, I know everybody was like, Jamel smiling and laughing, but when I looked at him, it was like he was holding back tears. Like it was almost like I'm laughing to keep from crying. You know, Jamel don't like to lose.
Exactly. Jamel don't like to lose, but Jamel was showed something. I'm gonna tell you what Jamel was showed. What happened to Jamel, and y'all pay attention to me now. What happened to Jamel was worse than him getting knocked out. Y'all remember I touched base on this once before that if you're in a ring with a fighter and you throw everything you can and it doesn't face him, and then that man starts whooping on you and there's nothing that you can do to save yourself. The bell saved Jamel Charlo. Because if they was in a real fight with no rules, well, with nobody to protect it and stop, Jamel just realized that this man right here is a greater man than him, because if it didn't have the ref or if they didn't have the time limit, Canelo could get a hold of his ass and there's nothing that he could do to stop it. And when you know you can't even defend yourself against the man, that he can exert his will upon you, do whatever he wants to do with you, that's demoralizing and it's demasculating to any man right there. Jamel Charlo did everything he could do. He hit him with the cleanest, crispiest. He even threw that like that 4-piece where he hooked, uppercut, hooked, and hooked, and it still didn't budge that man. That man was put in an inferiority spot, and it's a cold place to get out of. That loss right there may affect Mel worse than a knockout would have, because the fact that Mel took that damage and Canelo ate his shit. Canelo didn't even seem phased by the fight, at least a little bit. He didn't even sit down. He didn't even, like Shawar said, the man didn't sit down. He was hyped up. You don't never see a man go 12 rounds and not sit down unless it's Tyson Fury on that jungle juice. And that's what I'm trying to explain. It's some things that's worse than being knocked out as a fighter. Like having a really tough loss that was so close that you felt like you won, that can hurt. But being thoroughly outclassed, John Norris salute, being thoroughly outclassed, outmanned, outstrengthed, a man opposing his will on you, and it's like you are a character in a scary movie, and you trying to get away from the serial killer, and he's just slow walking you down. Like no matter what you can do, this man's slow walking you down, and he's preparing you for the ending. And that's what Jamel Charlo did. He was petrified of what could happen to him, honestly. And you
And
can't
all
say
this unwarranted and all this criticism, like it's I get it, the criticism, but it's unwarranted. A lot of it, like they taking it too far. Like his career over. I'm never buying his fights again. Like all of this stuff,
yeah,
like
he didn't buy
I
his
don't
fights in the
get it.
first place. That's why his first pay-per-view, his brother didn't do so good. You know, when they fought in Phoenix, Arizona, people wasn't
When
buying
they
it.
did the double header,
Yeah.
I don't think they really got a big fan base, and a lot of people already didn't like them.
I feel like Jose fan base is really starting to grow. Like I feel like Jose Benavidez versus Canelo, that is the fight to make. It does over 1 million pay-per-view buys, period. That's what people got to realize. You can say what you want to say about Canelo, but Canelo has the fan base. Like he does 500,000 with John Ryder. He did 600K, over 600 with Jamel Charlo, a fight that people said they didn't want because he was too small. Just do salute, King, peace and blessings. So you got to realize with Jamal Charlo or Benavidez, those are fights that his fans have been calling for, especially Jamal Charlo. When everybody said Canelo was scared of him, he had to drop his belt for him and everything. That fight was sell. Just as much as the David Benavidez fight, that will most definitely sell because you got David Benavidez being a rising star, and you got Canelo Alvarez. It might be the passing of the old guard, the passing of the regime. But like I said, Marquis salute. But like I said, that Canelo that came out that night on that meet, David Benavidez has nothing for him because David Benavidez, he squares up. His defense is sharp. He would get hit. And I feel like not too many people going to take the missiles right there. Bivol was a bigger fighter. And even he said that his arms hurt for a month after the Canelo fight because Canelo, you say what you want, but the man is short, compact, and spring loaded. Like his
You said
shots,
a month? Wow.
yeah. You got to realize Canelo got the spring loaded shots. I mean, hell, he broke Callum Smith's. Yeah, that man arms
But
look
they talking
good.
about fighting Jamal next. You think they still gonna make that fight? I just don't see a demand for that.
Jamal versus who?
Canelo. They saying they're gonna make the Jamal fight versus Canelo next. And I'm like, I just don't see a demand for that fight.
Because people ain't saying it, they've been waiting for so long for that. They've been waiting so long for for Jamal Charlo and Canelo
He faded away up.
They've been waiting for Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez for so long. The Mexicans, they want to show that Canelo is superior to Jamal. But our people, we want Jamal Charlo to show that he got this. You feel what I'm saying? He got this. And
I hope he
hopefully,
did it together.
hopefully I last to my time, but I might be getting off 30 minutes early today because um, I took my medicine on time. Like, but yeah, but like since I didn't eat as much, I started feeling it starting to take a hold a little bit. But I'm good right now. That's why I
It's
got to keep
kicking
it.
in.
Yeah, I feel it starting already. Like y'all can probably tell when my voice changes, but yeah, I feel it when it start to daggone. It start to let its presence be known. But yeah. So I feel like yeah, Maul has more power, beautiful jab, and great defense. Yes, you're right, Shua. But I feel like Maul doesn't have the foot movement. Maul is a slower version. We can hear. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, it's
Yeah, you
the
start sounding screwed up. You start slowing down.
yeah.
We
That's
can
why I
hear
had
it.
to. That's
Yeah.
why I had to I had to sit the bed up for a second because I feel it coming in. It does it every time around close to when you get close to 3, because it's about an hour after I took it because I take it around 140, 150. Yeah, Maul has no speed on his feet. He has no footwork. He's a he reminds you of Canelo like, but Canelo was on his feet, but Jamal is a slow, methodical fighter.
But do
So
you think he will be ready to fight Canelo by May? Okay, he gonna fight Jose Benavidez, who's not even in the weight class, so that's not really gonna prepare him for Canelo. He been out the ring for a couple years. He been going through whatever he going through.
I
So
feel
he
like
fight
this.
Jose.
Your body has yeah, yes, Aaron Muhammad. Maul is more acclimated. Maul is a big guy. He's a lot bigger than his brother. But one thing our body has is muscle memory. So I feel like he get in there with Jose Benavidez. If he can make it last a little longer, he's gonna knock that ring rust off. He's gonna knock that dust off of it. He's gonna get back in the swing of things, and hopefully he gets a stoppage before it's over with, so he know it remembers to feel like to be a destructive piece of power. And then after that, I think he should try to get a quick turnaround at 168, like a quick turnaround fight, like around February, March. Get ready for that May fight because get you 6 weeks in between, get you a quick turnaround fight. And I feel like if he can get in 2 quick fights or even one good fight, that right there will knock the ring rust off and he'll be prepared. Because you got to realize a lot of people don't utilize the sparring. Sparring is just like a real fight, actually, but it's a little bit heavier gloves and everything, but you can adjust it. You can adjust your sparring techniques and you can work on certain things. It's like when you in practice and you shooting your jumper in practice. Yeah, it's not a real game scenario, not real game situations, but you developing muscle memory. So your body's getting used to throwing it like this, doing that, what's coming at you. And yeah, in game time it's a lot more sped up. But those who are gifted and those who are just that damn good are able to acclimate and change up the way they deliver something or the way they receive something along with the climate and the change. So you're able to adapt to your environment. And that's what I'm talking about. As long as you're able to adapt to the environment. And I feel like Jamal was a hell of a puncher at 154. He was a knockout king. Oh yes, Shawar. Sparring takes years off of you too. Because you in that ring sparring, you got them little young lions trying to prove themselves, prove that they got it. So, after they daggone do what they got to do, they prove themselves, then it's different. You feel what I'm saying, Two Cent?
Yeah, yeah. I just want if Jamal is gonna fight Canelo. I mean, I don't even know why I'm finna say this, but I just want it to be a good competitive fight. I don't want, oh, he been out the ring, he been dealing with this, he wasn't ready. I want a good competitive fight.
That's why
But
you got the
I
fight.
don't think that's what they trying to do because, like I said, the big fights don't be competitive.
That's why he put the other fight first. That's why he got the Jose fight.
Yeah, we'll see. But he definitely got the power. But
Yeah.
I don't see Canelo losing.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna tell you like this. It'd be a lot closer than the last go round. It'd be a lot closer than what his brother just put down because Jamal Charlo is a bigger buckle up boxing salute. Yes, you are. 63 fights. And people don't realize 63 fights. That's a lot of wear and tear on your body. Like your body has a cumulative damage. Like every time you get in a fight or anytime you hurt yourself, your body remembers that and it builds in your body. Canelo has over 63 fights. That's a lot of accumulation. But I guess his pain receptors are blocked because I'm gonna tell you like this. That Canelo reminded me of Pacquiao versus Thurman. He was a whole new man. Like he turned the clock back a few years.
Exactly,
He turned the
exactly. And
clock
that's
back.
why even theoretically, Charlo should have been able to go in there and outbox him and all of that. But not if he come in there looking like that.
Canelo looked better than he did his last 5 fights. He even before the Caleb Plant. I'm gonna tell you what it was. Canelo peaked at the right time. Canelo became a 168-pound fighter that night right there. Just like when we seen how good Canelo was at 160 when he fought Triple G and all that, where he was the best he could be at 160. That 160 Canelo became 168 Canelo. Like he made the division his. Like when Canelo fully acclimated to 160, you see what he did to Triple G the second fight. See Danny Jacobs, you see what Canelo did at 160. You know, he became a monster there. Just like he was doing at 154. But it's like when Canelo fully acclimates, he gave his body a few years to reach it. And if you think about it, Canelo's been at 168 for what, 3, 4 years? How many years?
I don't even know. I'm not too brushed up on Canelo's career like that.
Let's see. A1 salute, King. I think this is Canelo 4. Did he win undisputed in 2018? No, hold on. What year did Canelo win undisputed versus Caleb Plant, chat? Was it 2020? I'm thinking it's
Caleb
2020.
Plant. It was in 2019 or 2020. I think he fought Caleb Plant.
I'm thinking it's 2020 because T.O. did too. Okay, 2021, 2022. Okay. So 21, he became undisputed, right? But he fought at Michael White, salute King, but he fought Ever Endurum in them in 2020. So Canelo is going on his 4th year in that division. Check this out. 4 years, that's enough time for his body to get acclimated. Like I tell you, the average person gets 8 pounds of weight per year. Boxing fans, oh, let's see what Aaron Muhammad said. He said boxing fans need to have more patience with making fighters unbeatable after one fight. I'm not so easily convinced that Canelo can't be stopped. Aaron Muhammad, my brother, I'm not saying he can't be stopped. That's far from it. I seen Bivol, Bivol, a much bigger fighter. I seen Bivol hitting Canelo with everything, and Bivol really couldn't hurt Canelo as well. I didn't say he wasn't unstoppable. Like I said, I feel like David Morrell can beat Canelo. I feel
He
like,
ain't been stopped.
yeah, but Canelo has never been stopped. He's never been stopped.
And how many
I'm
fights
not
you say he had?
63. Like
63 fights, and he
that's
never
one
been
thing.
stopped.
Aaron Muhammad, don't get me wrong, because I feel like he can be beat. Arizona, I feel like he lost to Arizona Law. But what I'm saying is, Muhammad is. I don't feel like a smaller fighter stands a chance against Canelo unless they have a baseball bat with him. Because you got to realize, Sergey Kovalev killed a fighter in the ring. He couldn't stop Canelo. Triple G was whooping his ass, was hitting him with everything. He couldn't stop him. He was taking them shots. He ate Danny Jacobs shots. He ate Jamel Charlo shots. Like, what I'm saying is, I hate that people keep crying for fighters to move up to fight. Like, if you do that, you're not really a fan of that fighter because that fighter can take a shot that can do something real detrimental to him, and it happens. C's M, salute. PGB Big Dog, salute. Yes, A1, he laid down, but he still caught Canelo with some stuff before he laid down. That's what I'm saying. Like, Canelo has been hit with some hot sauce. And he came up licking his fingers afterwards. I'm telling you. Yes, sir. But that's all I got to say about. Oh, I know you weren't Aaron, but I was just talking about, like, people don't realize they say the greater big fighter always beat the greater smaller fighter. It's a reason. And Jamel Charlo was a perfect example. Because you can go in there and let's just say if Wilder hit Canelo with them same shots that Jamel Charlo hit with, Canelo going to fucking night land. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if Andre Ward would have hit Canelo with that stuff back in his heyday, he'd put him down. And
You know how, but this too was interesting about Charlo. Nobody saying this. How Terrence Crawford got on Twitter saying he didn't want to fight him no more.
Dr.
That's
Marks,
because he's seen all the things that Charlo had to offer. In my opinion, he's seen him moving. He's seen him taking shots. He's seen him boxing. Like that to me, that would make me be like, oh well, I probably shouldn't fight him. It's not because he didn't. You like, how are you going to compare him fighting you to him fighting Canelo? That's a whole 3 weight classes up from you.
I think Crawford's best bet is to go to 154 and fight Jamel because, like even Roy Jones said, he gonna have to acclimate himself first. Like, I feel like he's still going off a high. Terrence Crawford reminds me of Devin Haney. And I'm not, for all the Devin Haney fans, I'm not hating on Devin Haney. This is what I'm about to say. It's an analogy. When Devin Haney beat George Kambosos so freaking easily, right? Devin Haney felt like he was light years ahead of any other boxer out there right now. And I'm going to tell you why. Triangle theory. Devin Haney seen Teofimo beat Lomachenko. He saw Kambosos beat Teofimo. So in theory, the man was Loma who got beat by Teo. Right?
Wait, say it again.
I said, Devin. All right, Lomachenko was considered the man at 135. Teofimo beat him. So that made Teofimo that dude. Kambosos beat Teofimo. So that made Kambosos the biggest target, but he was number one in the 135 division, and everybody wanted him. But he was the champ at 135. Ferocious Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? I like to call it atrocious Kambosos, but hey, that's just me. But
hey, he a big deal where he from. He a big deal.
Oh yeah, the man sold out 40,000 and 38,000. The MGM Stadium. He sold it out 40 and 38,000. 2 different stadiums, the Marvel Stadium and MGM. But Kambosos got in there with Devin Haney. Devin Haney beat this man from pillar to post with one hand, with a jab and a couple straight rights. Destroyed that man in one hand for 12 rounds. In Devin's mind, he's the next best thing. Like he said, man, if he said Teofimo struggled with him and Teofimo beat Loma, In Devin's mind, he was leagues above these characters. Leagues. Then he gets in there with Lomachenko. Now, by right, Lomachenko shouldn't be but a piece of dirt on his boot, right? He
Right.
gets in there and has his hardest fight with Lomachenko.
Yeah, but they don't see how good Teofimo fought against Lomachenko though.
You only as good as your last fight. I'm just being real. You only as good as your last fight. Let me drop this link to my man in here too. But Devin Haney got in there with Lomachenko. He thought, Crush the Legend, salute King. He thought the gap was a lot different than what it was. Original American salute King. The gap was much closer than he thought and suspected. Like he thought he was S class, but he was A and he was right there. And what's crazy is he thought what it wasn't true. And that's when he decided, look, I'm a lot closer to these fights than I am. Let me go ahead and move up. And that's what really happened. That's what really happened. Because Devin know why I break my back and wait to make this division, and I'm not gonna be at my best. A1 Hoops on salute, King. Peace and blessings.
What's good with it, y'all? I was hopping on real quick. I was like, man, that's too much typing for me. I'm working and trying to listen and type at the same time. So I was like, nah. So for Buckle Up, I was just saying I'm not comparing like I wrote, comparing the two between Kovalev and Charlo performances. I'm comparing the fact that one was fighting to survive and the other looked like he laid down. I seen Kovalev. He didn't got hit with some stuff that like, what I'm saying? Obviously he was a bigger person too, but he got hit with some stuff where he walked through it. We done seen him get hurt and stuff in the past, but those are about bigger guys. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
we seen Kovalev go in here. All of a sudden, he gonna get hit. I think it was like a left hook, if I'm not mistaken. And he just drops his hands and just leave his chin just wide open. He gets hit, lays on the ropes and just takes a nap. I was like, man, he was counting that payday the whole time he was laying on the ropes, taking that little quick little I guess you call I won't call I'd say fake nap. 'Cause like I said, I
Not
didn't see
only
him get
that,
hit harder.
let me tell you one thing that you missed though. Before he fought Canelo, he had broke that girl neck and kicked the dog, right?
Oh yeah, I heard about
After
that.
he lost to Canelo, all charges was dropped. They disappeared.
Yeah, money talk. We all
Mm.
know that. I mean, hell, you can, if you got enough money, you can damn near slap the president to some degree. As long as it's in private and you say you did it or somebody might have caught it on camera, they're gonna say it was photoshopped or something. If you got enough money, you can get your way up out of hell in hot water for sure. We all know that. And he got
Yes.
that goddamn payday, and then, like you said, all of it just magically just went away. And we done seen in a lot of cases some things pop off, and guess what? It magically just go away, unless you know what I'm saying. What's my guy name that played for Baltimore, the old running back, something Rice. I can't remember his first name, but
Ray
unless you
Rice.
somebody that, yeah,
Not
unless you
Jamal.
somebody that look like,
Jamal. It was Jamal. It was Jamal Anderson. I mean Jamal Lewis.
no, no, the running back, no,
Oh, the
it was
running back.
something,
Okay.
yeah,
Coach
yeah. So,
Alex
but
salute. Show some
you know how
support.
that is. When you look like one of us, wrong is wrong no matter what you look like. But then when you look like a certain thing, you got the money to, what I'm saying, you're gonna have the protection to be able to get away with some things that you shouldn't get away with. You know what I mean? It should be equal all across the boards. But my point is though, is I feel like I agree with what he said. Charlo should have stayed at 154, but hell, it was an opportunity at a payday. Tim Zoo's still gonna be there if you decide to go down to 154. So he said, hell, the Tim Zoo fight is there for me either way. Fight him and defend undisputed, or become two-time undisputed, go get this bag first, and then come back down and become two-time undisputed. I think for me, when I rewatched that fight, because I had it devoted, so when I rewatched that junk, I was watching. I'm like, man, he parrying and blocking a lot of Canelo shots. He rolling with a lot of them. Like his defense was on. Like he showed me a different level of defense where he was focused, and he missed time that one time on the road. I think it was round 7 when he got dropped. He missed time because he thought it was gonna be a looping right, and Canelo, what I'm saying, he tricked him. He threw a straight right and they called him and hurt him. And he strategically and smartly. And again, I'm not like saying I think he could have personally. I think he could have did more. Hell, he said he could have did more. But I think from an IQ standpoint, to take that knee was a smart ass strategic move. Like a lot of people, what they do, they get hurt and I want to show some heart. I want to get knocked out because you know what I'm saying. You trying to fight back and you hurt. Like nah, if you got a
Exactly.
high ass IQ, you gonna do what Floyd did when Mosley rocked him. What did he do? When he hit him, he
Quick.
immediately grabbed his right arm. You know what I'm saying? He went into holding real quick. Then he went up against the rope, gathered himself, put his high guard up. You know what I'm saying? Held him again, slowed him down. Then he got rocked with a second. What did he do? Same thing. High guard up. Let me get my back against the ropes, and I know I can divot this way, divot that way. I know how to grab. And it's just when you have a high ring IQ, bro, you're gonna take advantage of opportunities to make sure you can get all your faculties back in order and get back on that horse. And that's what he did. You know what I mean? But
And
he didn't get back on the horse and come down to fight. But he got back on the horse and got back to, you know what I'm saying, boxing.
But you know
and
why
that's
he
what
was on
people
the
not
horse? He
saying,
still.
how he exhibited the patience and the discipline. You know how Charlo get reckless. So
He
Hmm.
he
reminded me.
exhibited the
He
patience, the
reminded me of the
discipline, the
Lubin
defense.
in the fight before. Like he was picking his shots.
Yeah.
I felt like
Like,
Charlie was picking his shots. But A1, what do you do when you hit a person with your best stuff and they just drop their hands after they get hit with your hardest shot?
oh, that's perfect. So I actually had talked about that too. I said, hell, if I hit somebody as clean as I can, my hardest shot, and they don't move, you show me you can take another 40 of them. Show me that your chin's sturdy enough that you can take 40 more of these same shots. Because I was like, hell, he should have did a death by a thousand bee stings. Pull EJ. Like when you look at EJ, you know what I'm saying, he broke down fighters with accumulation of punches. It was a handful of them that he got him up out of there with, you know what I'm saying, with a nice 1-2 or a single punch, you know what I'm saying, one punch knockout kind of thing. But for the most part, it's accumulation of punches. So I feel Mel should have adopted that mindset of, okay, he took that one shot, which normally would have, it slept my last couple opponents. It put them, you know what I'm saying, put them in the dirt. Okay, he took it. I'm in a bigger weight class. Let me see if he can take some more of these. At some point, bro,
Yeah, but see, I'm
hey,
going up.
that
I'm
chin
two
gonna
weight
start to
classes
buckle.
up. I'm two weight classes up, and this is kind of unnatural. What I'm going
But
against.
that's the thing is that
Shout out
you
to my
realizing you
guy,
moving up.
Aaron Muhammad. Show some support for the channel and the work up at Islam. Thank you, brother. And shout out to Foxy Brown for the $5 super sticker. Peace and blessings. Thank y'all both, man. Thank everybody that that takes care of the channel. Appreciate it, y'all. But
But
yeah,
2 cents, that's my point. Is that if he realized he going up 2 weight classes, right, and he hit somebody, and it's unnatural that you hit somebody and they don't buckle or fold, you should automatically be come in assuming you're not gonna drop this person with one punch. Like your mindset should be, I'm gonna throw some power shots, see how he react to it, and if he don't react to it, and he drop his hand and keep coming forward. Okay, now you gotta show me you can continue to take these. At least that's how I can't. What is it? I can't project how my mindset would be onto him. He probably was like, "Oh hell, let me stick to boxing," and we saw that. That's what he did. He was like, "Oh, he hold on, he didn't budge from that. He dropped. This. Let me stick to this," and that's what he did. Unfortunately, I'm projecting what my mindset of what I think I would have
okay.
done in that situation is what I shouldn't be doing.
I'm gonna say it like this, right? William Old School salute. I seen him, and when I seen him throwing the missiles, and I see the man drop his hands, I'm like, wow, right? So Jamel was catching him. Like I said, I counted 18 clean shots to the chin. You feel me? 18 short circuiting shots to the chin. And Canelo didn't turn his head back. All he did was press it closer. And when he got close enough, he started letting loose with those little scuds that he had. And if you notice, he punched through Jamel's guard and lifted him with a couple of them body shots. And I'm like, dang. Like, I felt sorry for him. Like, man, I gotta hurt like hell because you get hit.
Yeah, I was watching it too, man. I was like, I was hoping, like, all right, Mel, I want to see. I want to see you be able to flip this switch, man, and pull this out. Like, show me different elements of the game. What you got in the toolbox? Hell, what you got in the shed? I need you to go to Home Depot if you got to. I need you to pull out everything. I want to see it. And y'all right, man. He showed that his defense definitely he picked that up and he worked a lot on his defense. And then he was trying to hook. He caught Canelo with a couple of them things, but like y'all said, he just walked through it. But I was hoping that he was gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna keep hitting you with these. You ain't gonna be able to walk through too many more of these joints. But The game plan was to just, what I'm saying, box and move, stick and move, and fight when you got to, kind of thing. And it just wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Luckily, I'm glad I didn't bet any money on this goddamn. I think I bet some. Did I bet some push-ups? No, I don't think I did. Let me check with KO. I might have bet him some push-ups. I don't think I did though. But yeah, man, I wanted Charlo to win that joint so bad, man. But a lot of people, like I said, I think in his mindset and what he was thinking was the Timzu fight gonna be there either way. If I leave and go up and fight Canelo, I'm getting a bag, get an opportunity at undisputed. If I lose, guess what? I go right back down. I can come two-time undisputed and fight the exact same person. So I think that
But
that
he said
that
he
was
don't
his
even want the
mindset.
zoo fight.
Yeah, I think he said he
He
won't
said,
own the biggest fights or something, right?
yeah, but what's a big fight for you at 54? I mean Crawford, but besides that,
Yeah, he ain't gonna be able to get that Crawford fight because if Crawford go to 154, guess who he got to fight? Unless they literally utilize what that contract stated. If it didn't have exact weight in there, hell, he can maneuver out of it. You know what I mean?
nah, he gonna have to fight him after Spence. This is for after Spence. He definitely not fighting him. He got to go through that rematch. He got to do that rematch.
Well, he got that's if Spence is willing to take it at 147. Because if Bud say 147, man, I don't know. I can't speak on
But
behalf of
that's the
Spence, but if
thing,
I
though. I guess they were saying Espinoza was saying you can't say I want the rematch at 47 and then Spence don't take it and you go fight at 54.
hmm
You do that right there, buddy. That's making an
And
unfair
that
advantage.
that's not even right.
yeah.
Shout out to Coach Amber for always saving me a seat at the table. $5 super chat. Thank you, Coach Amber. Your table in the seat. You already got your name etched on it. It's right beside Key Alexander.
Nah, John Noor,
Jay Smith. You right. But Canelo and Charlo did around 600K with a $24 million gate. So yeah, they did about 92 million dollars. But
So when is 600K pay per view buys not good? Because they saying that it didn't do good numbers.
nah,
after Tank did that 1 point something million.
I would say it like this: if you get 200,000 pay per view buys, is a good pay per view. 200,000 pay per view buys is a successful pay per view. See, Canelo Alvarez had a $35 million guarantee per fight. So he just did 600K with Charlo, who has never had a good pay per view showing. So Canelo basically brought at least 550K for the pay per view. So 600K pay per view at, let's say, 80 a pop. That's that. Well, it was 85, right? So at 80 a pop, that was 48 million. But right there, about 52 million, right? So he made 52 million off the pay per view. They made another 24, 26. So that's 78. And we're not going to even include the endorsements, the concessions, all that right there. But this man has lost almost everything. You feel me? And like, check this out. Canelo, 35 million off top. Jamil get his money off top. They was able to pay that undercard so swell because of the moves that they made with Canelo and that guaranteed contract. But people talking about, oh, Canelo did 600K, Spence and Crawford did 650. Spence and Crawford was the biggest fight of the last 40 years. For Canelo to do that close to them, that's a travesty. It's a failure. And I mean, yes, they did 650,000, but it was a failure. It's not about your numbers. It's about the impact of your numbers. Canelo doing 600,000 with Jermell Charlo, who was 2 weight classes under, who nobody asked for that fight because they felt like it would be a dog and pony show. Did 600,000 buys. That is very impressive. Very impressive. Caleb Plant, Canelo did 800,000. But Caleb Plant was a seasoned pay-per-view fight. Charlo is
But
not.
it was also a fight nobody expected or asked for. The Jamel and Canelo fight at 168. That was
A
like a
lot,
surprise fight. Nobody even expected that.
a lot of people was pushing for that fight, though. Honestly, they was pushing for it.
At 168, I know at 154 they
But
was asking for it, but they just want to see it. Period.
yeah, yeah. What do you think, A1? I guess he got his thing muted. But I think Jamal and Canelo do about a meal because Jamel wasn't undefeated. No matter what we say, he might have been undisputed, but he wasn't undefeated. It's something about fighting an undefeated black fighter. And Floyd was the last, I think, last undefeated black fighter that Canelo has fought. That's all I'm saying. Hello, can y'all hear me? Can
Yeah, we hear
anybody
you.
hear
We
me?
here. We here.
Okay, okay. I'm like, damn, shit just got quiet as hell.
Yeah, I seen a video earlier. Jamal was saying that his kids getting bullied because Jamel lost. He
Man,
said he
people are
wants some
shit.
revenge for his brother.
Yep, I feel like he wants revenge for his brother, plus he's happy he gets his turn. Like, he was feeling kind of some type of way because Jamil Charlo had a chance to solidify himself. But even though Jamil got the fight, I'm glad Jamal gets a chance to get that fight as well because he has been chasing it just as long as Mel. And I hope he does a better showing. Had to drink some drink. Whew, mouth got dry as hell. But I'm gonna tell you like this, and let me stand up, y'all, because y'all give me 1 second to stand up and get my damn head together. Cause this, and I apologize, y'all. You know, I'm trying to work with y'all. You know, I need to stand up and get my head together real quick. If not, I'm an echelon gonna be on this thing passed out. But I'm about to be right.
My bad. Up here, y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you,
Yeah,
brother.
we
I
can hear
hear
you
you.
now.
Nope, my bad. Over here
So do
working
y'all
and
think
stuff.
it's the panel? Do y'all think it's a in the chat? Y'all think it's a big deal about Mayweather scheduling his fight on December 9th? Like,
Yes, I do.
Uh,
I do. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Devin Haney fan, but you know, Bill Haney said some things out of his mouth towards Floyd Mayweather, and I'm gonna tell you like this: when you speak about or to Floyd Mayweather, he will hold you accountable. That's one thing you can't do. Floyd Mayweather will hold you accountable. He's a very cocky and arrogant individual, and Floyd.
and Petty clearly.
Oh yeah, you remember when Javante Davis called him petty? He
Yeah,
wasn't saying
yeah.
that for the hell of it. Floyd knows what he does. He knows who he is. Floyd needs to have the limelight. If Floyd doesn't have the limelight, then he feels like something's wrong. But it's also a great business move by Floyd, to be honest. I'm gonna tell you why. Floyd is pushing Camille Bolton, his new fighter. Now he came on after the main event, after Charlo and Canelo, and destroyed the fighter. A lot of people didn't see it because you know after the Charlo fight, they was done. But you can say
Is
what you
that
want.
normal or is that just some Floyd threw in there?
Floyd tried to throw it in there just in case. You know, it was something he tried. I mean, it was a nice try, but the other fight was a little lackluster, so it didn't keep him captivated. You feel me? Because it was either that or have him on the undercard. You feel me? So you know he got a few eyes, but He tried to get Camille Moat versus Leigh Woods. He offered Leigh Woods his biggest payday. Eddie Hearns and them ain't go for it. I think he destroys Leigh Woods, honestly. But like I said, Floyd Mayweather is a genius when it comes to being a promoter. Floyd Mayweather is getting Danny Garcia and Erislandy Lara on the undercard. He's getting Keith Thurman on the undercard. And then he's going to throw Carmel Moten on the card with him boxing as well. So he's doing like he did. Remember, he made Canelo into a star. He made Tank Davis into a star. He's putting his fighter and giving his fighter a chance to be seen on one of the biggest stages. So it's either he'll be either seen by millions to see him succeed and push him on his way. You know, Key Alexander, salute co-host. I'm gonna drop the link just in case you want to get up here. But Shawai, I feel like Africa's a great fighter, but he's not what Floyd was looking for. See, Floyd has his dynamic, which is crazy because Africa would have been a great fighter on Floyd's team because, hell, Africa really pretty much fights the way Money May fights. But Africa doesn't close out the show most of the time in dynamic fashion. And if you look at boxing, knockout sale, Africa is a brilliant fighter. He has great offense and defense. He's sharp. But one thing you got to say is, you know, his power is reasonable, is decent, but he's not a Tank Davis knockout power. He's not a Camille Moat knockout power. He's not no 90% knockout fighter. He relies on the skills and his IQ. And, you know, Floyd trying to push somebody out there. Floyd trying to push something out there that's going to knock out and put fans in seats. Say what you want. Deontay Wilder is the most dynamic boxer out there. He puts asses in seats because, you know, if you go to a Deontay Wilder fight, it ain't going to the cards. It's only went to the cards twice in his career. That's when he got shitted by Tyson Fury the first fight, and when he took Burns the first to the cards. And he knocked him out the next fight, first round. So people know when you got that, it's over with. And that's what people like. Like I told you, a good fight is like a great movie. It has a beginning, it has action, it has a climax, and it has an end. When you have a fight that doesn't give you your climax, which is the knockout, and then the hand raised at the end, which is a proper ending, people feel like they didn't get what they paid for. It's a feeling of longing, a feeling of loss. Like, damn, I'm missing something. And that's why fighters with great boxing IQ that get them knockouts sell. And I'm just being honest. Welcome to the stage, Keith.
Hey, Upper, salute to the panel, 2 cents. I'm not sure who else is on here. But salute
That's
to
Mr.
everyone.
A1 Hoop Zone.
Hey, A1. Shout out to A1.
What's going on, Keith?
I see that Coach Ari is in the building. William Old School, as always. Shout out to the OG. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What are we talking about? I got in late because I'm running behind today. What are we talking about today, Upper?
Right now, we talk about the Floyd, this fight situation and stuff. Right now.
Okay, well, can I say something? I've been doing some thinking. And I asked myself, I was like, myself said, I said, now, isn't it true that PBC had 3 or 4 dates back in in August? They blocked off the dates. And December 9th and December 30th was one of those 2 dates. So I don't think that this was intentional. Remember, I asked you that yesterday. I don't think that this was intentional at all. I don't think so. I think that Floyd chose the December 9th date because that was already in the cards. But if you remember, Devin Regis was supposed to originally fight in October, Then they moved it to November. Then they moved it to December. And that was before this fight was announced on, Floyd's fight. So I don't think that this was
True, because they couldn't find the
intentional.
venue. They couldn't find a venue. Yeah, it was supposed to be an earlier fight.
Right, but I don't think that it was at first I thought it was intentional that Floyd was trying to sabotage this young man. I don't think so. Now that I know what I know, I don't think so. I think it's just business. But I don't know. You guys, y'all, what do y'all think?
But I feel like that wasn't Floyd's date. That wasn't Floyd's day. I feel like Floyd chose that date. Because, see, he hurry up and dropped it out there. See, the other fighters and stuff don't even have all the details. They working behind now to get everything together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Floyd decided that after the Jamel Charlo fight, after Camille Moulton did what he did. You feel me? Because I feel like the main focal point of that whole show will really be Camille Moulton. He got his name up there to bring the eyes. He bringing Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia as well. Old champions that people love. Like, I feel like Floyd's trying to maximize the visibility on that card and slip Camille Moulton in there so people can see this is the new star. If you remember, this is how he did Tank Davis. This is how he did Canelo Alvarez. Because you remember, Canelo Alvarez wasn't nothing until he started getting on Floyd Mayweather's undercards. Floyd built him up so he could fight him.
I know, right? But again, I think that has something to do with it too. But just to say that this was all, because there's a lot of people running with the narrative that that this is in spite of Devin. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a spiteful move, and I just don't see it that way because these dates have always been up, and they didn't have their venues and everything locked down until a couple weeks ago. So I don't know. I guess I see both views. What do you think, 2 cents? And 2 cents, I can't find.
Oh yes,
your
you are.
YouTube
When
page.
him and Tank was beefing, yes, Floyd did fight on the same night as Tank Davis. Yes, he did. And had his press conference when Tank had his press conference. Yes. Floyd doesn't do anything unintentional. Floyd is a very smart and crafty individual. Floyd wouldn't know what Floyd knows what he's doing. And Floyd can get a venue when it ain't a venue. Honestly.
Floyd is hilarious. 2 cents,
What you say, Key? I didn't hear you.
I said I can't find your YouTube page either. I went looking for it to subscribe, and I couldn't find it. So if you can,
I'll drop the link.
Chat me real quick. Thank you. I don't know. I think this is a whole craziness. I'm sad because I don't think that Devin is going to get the numbers that he deserves. I'm wondering if they should just move the venue, but I don't know.
I hope
how
Devin
that
gets at
would be
least.
contractually.
I mean, we gotta damn think about boxing fans, because I know I want to see Floyd's undercard more than I want to see the Zone's undercard. You feel me? Because the Zone never has a great undercard. But me being the fan I am of boxing, I'm willing to pay for both of them. Like, I'm willing to buy Devin Haney fight just for him. Because how much is the Zone pay-per-view? Like $30? I pay just for Devin. Yeah, I paid $30 to watch Devin and Regis because I feel like that's a good fight. That's a fight we're paying for, and I buy the Floyd Mayweather card. That way I can get all them other great fights. I really don't care to see Floyd in the exhibition fight, so hopefully Floyd and Devin fight at the same time, and I can watch that. You feel me?
And I think Floyd, people don't want to watch them exhibitions. That's why he went and got Thurman and Danny Garcia for the undercard.
Exactly. That's why I told you.
He went and got some real fights.
Exactly. That's why I said Floyd is a smart businessman. He knows people would rather watch Devin Haney and Regis Prograde than him fight an exhibition. Floyd, yes, you was the face of boxing, and if you was fighting a real fight, yeah, people would tune in, but you're doing another exhibition. Now, people will still watch, but when you have a fight between two juggernauts like Regis Prograde and the former undisputed 135-pounder, people are going to tune in to watch that. I just hope they don't fire stick it. I encourage everybody to go out there and pay for it, because when you pay for fights like this, they give us more great fights. If y'all see, this year has been a year of great fights. and it's because they've been getting numbers on the pay-per-view. Devin Haney first pay-per-view did 150,000. You know what I'm saying? People don't know, but 150,000 he broke even, which is great because both fighters got maximum pay. Plus, they didn't lose money. And people talking about 150,000. Yes, 150,000 is what each fight always wants to get, at least 150,000. And I'm gonna tell you like this: Terrence Crawford has four pay-per-views without Earl Spence, and Devin Haney did better than all four of them. I'm gonna tell you that now. So, as a pay-per-view star for his first pay-per-view, Devin Haney has already surpassed Terrence Crawford in the pay-per-view star level. So you got to give him that, honestly.
Yeah, that is true. That is definitely true. I can't. For me, I'm definitely going to watch all of them. I can't. I'm having both my televisions, so I am watching it. I'm supporting everything because I really want to see. But I'm biased a little bit because I like Danny Garcia. I've always liked Danny Garcia, so I'm definitely tuning in to watch him. Anytime I hear his name, I'm like, yes, I'm there. Got to watch him. You know. So I'm definitely supporting that. I want to see what Keith Thurman is going to do. This will help me size up the whole Boots and Keith Thurman if there's something there. I'm excited for everything. And then I definitely want to see Devin and Regis go in there and make it happen because I really think that this is going to be a very good fight.
I want to see
I
Camille
really
Boat.
do.
Out of all the people, I want to see Camille Boat because he looked spectacular in that first fight. He destroyed. I wish Leigh Woods would have agreed and had that title fight versus Camille Bolton because I feel like he would have won the title his first shot. Like, or they did it for Loma. I would like to see one of ours get a chance like that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see nobody really giving him problems at that weight division right now. He's that damn good.
What weight is he at?
I think it's either 122 or 26. I think it's Leigh Woods. What division is Leigh Woods in? That can't be 122. I think it might be one.
120. I think it's 122, isn't it? No, maybe I'm mistaken.
I'm thinking it's 126. The only person that probably give him problems is Robancy Ramirez. He can stay away from him for a little bit. Probably maybe his 6 or 7 fight, he probably go up. Nah, Robancy got a hell of an amateur. I like to see him in double-digit fights before he fight him, honestly.
I mean, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Floyd is going to make sure that everybody, the world knows who this boy is. So who Kamel is, this young king is. So, I mean, I guess we get used to seeing him. Me, myself, I'm more excited for like an Andy Cruz or Abdullah Mason.
126. They say he had 126.
Oh, yeah, 126. My fault, y'all. Shout out to the chat. But
thank you, chat.
I'm more excited to see Abdullah Mason, Andy Cruz, than the Carmel right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I like Carmel, but I want to see what's gonna happen with Andy Cruz and Abdullah Mason.
They push for a title shot though, so that makes him relevant right now. That makes him like Lomachenko was, because they're pushing him to fight title shots. They're not giving him no pushover fights. They got him in there fighting with animals already.
No, and that's a good thing. I'm not saying that it's bad or anything. I'm just saying for me, I want to see. I would watch if Andy Cruz or Abdullah Mason was fighting on the same day as Carmel. I would watch one of them two.
Oh yeah, Abdullah Mason is my guy. Everybody know I put Abdullah Mason up there. That's my guy. And Andy Cruz, his first fight. That's why I said I feel like Bozy Ennis has a shot at that Coach of the Year too, because it's unprecedented for a person's first fight to be at 10 rounds. He's fresh off the boat, fresh into the pros, first fight at 10 rounds, and he looked spectacular. And then Bozy also has Bruce Ennis, and he has a couple more fighters that won. I forgot the dude's name, but he got a couple fighters that won on a couple cards too. Because I remember Bozy been winning this year. He got like 6 fighters, and they all been winning.
I just hope that he gets the recognition that he needs. Remember, we talked about that like a couple shows ago, Upper, where we were saying that Bozy is so underrated. Like, well, I mean, we know who he is, but man, I just can't wait. And I really feel as though it's gonna be that one Boots fight, that one that's just making all the noise in the headlines. That's really going to set the tone.
But I
Like
really don't
Bozy is
see.
that dude.
But I really don't see no one Boots fight for the next few years because Crawford's not gonna fight him. And I really don't see nobody at 147 actually giving that man knockout boxing salute, King. And I actually don't really see nobody at 147 really giving Boots a real test. Keith Thurman's too old. He's been out the ring too long. Rashidi Ellis, he ain't got the gas tank to fight with Boots. Cody Crowley, it'll be a good fight for as long as it lasts, but Cody Crowley, he likes to fight on the inside. Rick Tim, salute, King. And, like, in my understanding on this, he's the typical European fighter with the high guard. So, he's very technically sound, but his athleticism is not there. So, like I said, I really don't see nobody at 147 really troubling Boots, honestly.
So then, do you think that he should go to 154?
I say he need to go ahead and snatch up the belts at 147 when he get as soon as Bud Crawford drop him, because Bud knows he's not about to fight that young killer. That man is everything Buzz has. Plus, he's younger, he's longer, he's taller, he's faster, and he's a true switch hitter. Boots can switch hit in the middle of a combination while Bud comes out the round in which style he's gonna fight in. Bud is a right-handed southpaw fighter, basically.
You know what? And I think that that's what makes. I used to watch Jerron when he used to post a lot of his videos, his workout videos. That man is a gym rat. I wouldn't doubt that he's in a gym right now.
Who?
Jerron in his boots. I wouldn't doubt, like,
Yes,
he's a
man
gym rat.
came.
That man crafts. He
Yeah, he
works on
come.
his craft.
Look, he came to the weight at 145 at the 147 weigh in. The man, his last fight versus Vila, he came in at 145, well below the weight limit. And
I
that's why
think
I
that
said that boy is in shape. He's in shape. And see, people still realize that Boots is young. He's young, and like I said, it's nobody really that's gonna slow Boots down at 147. I don't see him having really no trouble till he hits 160. And that's because I don't know how well his power will carry. But I feel like his athleticism, it's like Roy Jones. Roy Jones at 154 was no contest. 160, only person he had a contest with was James Toney. I mean, Charles Pickett, that's what you say. Hey, but Charles Pickett, I'm going to drop the link. Explain to me,
well,
we all adults, Charles Pickett, but explain to me why you think Boots is not ready for Terrence Crawford. I just want to hear your whole side of it, bro.
I think that I hate that because it's like when will the young man be ready? Let him get in the ring. If he want to fight him, he want to fight him. That's just how I am. But
I
I
mean,
wonder
Terrence
why.
Crawford fought Earl. Earl was 29-0, right?
Mhm.
Boots is
Oh,
31, so he has more fights than
I
Earl.
thought Earl was 28 and 0. No, or is he 29?
Yeah, Earl's 29-1 now.
29 and 1. Okay, so my question is, why haven't they? And you might know a bit more. That's why I'm asking you in 2 cents about this. Why didn't they put marketing into Boots? Because he's a phenomenal fighter. When I see him do that Matrix move in his last fight,
Because
man, like,
Boots is from a new era. You feel me? Like when Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao was doing their thing, Keith Thurman and them was coming on the scene. But Keith Thurman and them wasn't in Floyd and Pacquiao's era. You feel what I'm saying? So, Keith Thurman and them wasn't getting marketed like that because it's Floyd and Pacquiao. And see, Boots came in with the Thurman and Spence era. So, he was getting overlooked. But I feel like, the man has more wins and knockouts than Earl and more fights than Earl. Not saying he's better than Earl, but I'm just saying, appreciate that, brother. I'm just saying, like, you can't say he's not ready when he's got 30. He's 31-0. You can't say that. And Boots is the
I
only
mean, if
fighter
he
got
ready for a title shot and Crawford got the belt, then he ready.
exactly, and he's asking for it. Erickson Lubin, they say he wasn't ready, but he got a Charlo shot for the title. Like I feel like the man's got over 30 wins, and he hasn't had a title shot yet. That's unprecedented. And see the way people be pushing for Devin Haney, talking about how Devin Haney was being ducked and avoided, and how it wasn't right for Devin not getting the title shot because he's so long. Why they not doing that same thing for Boots? Like I keep it real. I love boxing. Like I even said after Earl fought Bud, either he need to fight Boots or he need to get up out of there because Boots has been waiting patiently. It's not his fault that he's that young and he's that good. Like, hey, the man is there. He's ready. And if Bud can't give him a chance, Bud need to let go of the belts. Because all he's doing is stalling that man out. And I could have sworn that after the fight, the IBF was supposed to get dropped if he didn't get the fight. But I don't know.
Well, I think that well, they're milking it. I think one thing that we all can't deny, Bud is in the driver's seat. He pretty much dictating, saying what he wants, and I have no quarrels with that because Canelo was able to do it himself. So I have
The
no.
IBF ain't gonna let him keep doing it though. The IBF has a good relationship with Boots and Charles Pickett. You saying Bud's IQ and experience is better than Boots? Okay, you know Julio Cesar Chavez. He had IQ over Oscar De La Hoya. You know Sugar Ray Leonard had IQ over Hector Camacho, and he was older. He had more experience. But De La Hoya beat Chavez. De La Hoya beat Chavez. Camacho beat Sugar Ray Leonard. So don't say IQ and age has everything to do with it because sometimes athleticism and skill can trump the IQ. And Boots, he has a high IQ. Don't say he doesn't. The man's been in the gym for all his life. His father is a trainer. His brothers were fighters. So you can't say that this man doesn't have no IQ to stack with Bud. The man is ready. You can't
Well,
say he's not.
the
I
person
think
is
I
go
think
ahead.
Crawford should drop the belt and let Boots go through the division and build up his own legacy. That's what I think should happen. I would love to see Boots and Crawford fight, but Boots is a whole new generation. Once Spence and Crawford fight, that ended that whole era.
That's what I
So go
said.
and drop the belt. Y'all move to 54 and do what y'all gonna do there, and let Ennis do what he needs to do.
That's why I said the reason why he didn't have a title shot because he wasn't in that era. See, this era is closing out. And see, Pacquiao, he didn't care. Pacquiao gave people shots. But, Bud, and if Bud don't fight Ennis, I don't blame him. Bud is damn 35, 36. He's at the end of his career. Get in the ring with that young, hungry lion. There's really no upside to it. But if you're going to stay at 147, you got to. I mean, you can't pick and choose whether you want to be the best, you want to be considered this. And this man right here, he's calling your name. This man is calling your name. And he's telling you you got something that belongs to him. Now, if you say you the best pound for pound, all this and that, Showtime and Steve Espinosa said they got an open check for you. They said that Boots will be a big payday. They said they will give you what you want to fight that man. Okay? I mean, they put it all on the table for you. You say you want to, plus that fight right there will do numbers.
I've been said that. I've been said that fight would do some numbers now. At least 650. What they're reporting that Canelo and Jamel just did, which I said it. I told you upper. I said no, it's not gonna top Spence I think no Spence and them had 650, so they broke with
I remember
that.
I told you they'd be about the same as Spence. I told you that T. Will salute. I told you they'd be right there with Spence and Crawford. And that's just
People were
off
saying that it was
Canelo.
gonna be 1 million. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be 800,000,
I
nine
said
hundred."
it
I
could
said,
probably,
"No,
no, I said it probably could do 1 million. You feel me? But I said it at least do 650, 700. I knew
No, I'm
that
not
because
saying you. I'm saying other channels that I was listening
oh
to
yeah,
were
because
saying how this
Canelo
is
did
going to
500
break.
with John Ryder. He did 500 with John Ryder.
So would you call this? I don't know if you touched on this since I got in late. Would you call this a successful pay per
Yeah,
view?
of course it was because Canelo got 35 million guaranteed and Charlo got around 10, 15. They did about 90 million because the 600K, that's 48, 50, between 50 million in pay-per-view sales. Plus they had over 20 million gate. They made their money. They made good money off of that. They've been making good money all year. That's 3 straight back-to-back pay-per-views with over a 20 million gate. This is unprecedented. Like these people are sitting here, PBC is running boxing right now. And then for people to say that boxing is going to be losing on PBC, they're crazy. PBC is doing something that's not been heard of in a while. And that's why Oscar De La Hoya is trying to be friends and play nice with the PBC. Because right now, the PBC is where it's at. They have all the pay-per-view stars over there. Only one they missing now is Ryan Garcia. And that's another thing. Tank Davis is the man. But I'm gonna tell you like this. And in my heart of hearts, I have been sitting here thinking, I believe Devin versus Ryan does more than Devin versus Tank. Because they have the two different demographics, and I feel like Tank and Devin, they're gonna really be pulling for all Tank's fans, really. But
You
I
think
feel
Devin does more than Tank with Ryan?
no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said Devin versus Ryan does more than Devin versus Tank. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, because really, Tank versus Ryan was a perfect mix. You feel what I'm saying? Like Ryan had a good base. Tank has a different base, and it had different demographics, different background, and it also had race involved. You feel what I'm saying? But if you got Tank and Devin, they're both two black fighters, right? And both of them, Tank got his fan base, and Devin has his little cult following too, right? But you got to also realize they don't have that interracial disparity. And I feel like Ryan is the second biggest pay per view star out there behind Tank from 147 down. Ryan has the fan base. People can say what they want to. The man has over 20 million Instagram and over 15 million TikTok and Twitter, all that. Ryan is Ryan could be the face. All he has to do is get out there and win, and Ryan will garner. And that's why I tell y'all in about 2 years, you're gonna see Tank versus Ryan 2.0. You see Tank's trying to go up to fight Tiafimo, right? So if Tank busts Tiafimo ass to get that belt, Ryan Garcia is fighting this Oscar guy who can crack. And I told y'all how good Ryan looked versus Ugas. So Ryan beat this Oscar guy, and then he ended up getting Rolly Romero or something for that belt. So you got Ryan up there with a belt, you got Tank with a belt, and Devin's up there. You get Devin versus Ryan. Devin versus Ryan. And I feel like by that time, Ryan's gonna be done got into his Derrick James. He's gonna be done got into his defense. He's already got the power and speed. Yeah, Spencer Paper Tank versus Tio. That's another million pay-per-view by fight right there.
That's gonna do over a million.
Foxy Brown. That's not what I said, baby. That's not what I said. I
No, I
said
know you did not say.
I
Right, I
said
know what you said.
no, it's about Foxy Brown. I said
Oh,
Ryan and Devin will outsell Tank and Devin. They're not outside selling Tank and Ryan. I said Tank versus Devin Haney will do less than Ryan versus Devin Haney. That's what I said.
but the only thing, one thing that I do know is that Tank does have a huge Hispanic following.
Yes, I know
So
that.
I would say that they would probably be on par with each other. I could see that being on par with each other because Tank has a huge Hispanic following.
His Hispanic following ain't bigger than Ryan's. And Ryan got. And listen, this is what I'm telling you. Ryan has over 20 million Instagram, over 15 million TikTok or whatever the fuck the hell it's called, and he got the Twitter and all this. Ryan has all over. If only 1%, let's just say 20 million, right? If 1% of his fans come, right, that's over a million buys, really. Well, no, it's close to it. So like Ryan, he can do that with that, and his fans have been wanting him to fight meaningful fights. That's why they showed up and showed out the Tank Davis fight. Tank Davis went from 3.5 to 350,000 to 1.6 million. That's an increase of 1.25 million.
We'll see. I think that those are really big fights to make. To be honest with you, I hope that when Tank, if Tank and To fight, I do have Tank winning.
Of course, I got Tank. I got Tank in the first 8 rounds.
Yeah, I think that it's gonna be horrible for To, and then
It's gonna be great for Tio because his biggest payday was versus Camboso, where he didn't even get 2 million. He only got 1 million to fight Josh Taylor. Tio said he wants 8 figures his next paycheck, and Tank's the only
And if he
person.
put on a good performance, that'll be good for To too.
And that's what I was gonna say. When you lose the Tank, your career is just starting when you fight Tank. Once you lose the Tank, that opens up the doors for you. Roller Remember became a champion his next fight after losing the Tank. Mario Barrios got an interim title shot with Keith Thurman. Then now he just won the interim title against Jordanis Ugas after losing the Tank. You feel me? When you lose, Pitbull Cruz is now the face of Mexican little man boxing. They calling him a pit bull for getting his ass whooped 12 rounds with one hand. Like
Right.
when you lose to Tank Davis, that opens your career. And like I said, Tank Davis and Devin Haney does less than Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Because Ryan fans would love to see him go against Devin Haney because they was going crazy when Ryan and Devin was arguing in the ring about 3 years ago.
But
And
both
that's
fights
probably
to be
why
fair.
Ellerby is saying that the Devin Tank fight won't generate the money.
Exactly. Ryan is the catalyst. Tank versus Tio does a million buys. Ryan versus Devin does a million buys. Honestly.
But all of them do 500K or better.
Exactly. And that's big money anyway. Shit. Can't scoff at that.
Yeah.
Just like people don't realize it, but Devin Haney is the B side to Ryan. And I know a lot of Devin Haney fans will be like, hell not. No, hell yeah. Devin Haney is the C side to Ryan, if you want to be correct. But I feel like that'd be Devin Haney's biggest payday versus Ryan.
I got him beating
So
Ryan.
is it just the black fighters?
It
Because
would
I
be.
see Mexican fighters fight Mexican fighters. Is it just the black fighters that they feel like, oh, they got the same fan base, it's not gonna generate as much money?
Well, if you look at it, you don't really see no Mexican fighter versus Mexican fighter doing big numbers either. Name Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales, those was two great Mexicans that fought each other 3 times, right?
Mhm.
They biggest pay per view was I think like 350,000, and those are legends. You
And it,
know,
and it, if that's true, that's ugly. Oh, I didn't know that. I would have to research that. If that's true, that's You wouldn't. I wouldn't think that at all. I would think they at least hit 500 or more. God dang.
but there was little guys too though.
Yeah, I know. I know them. I like Barrera. I like Eric Morales and Barrera throughout their careers. I just never did the homework. I wasn't into the numbers and all that shit back then, so that's why I can't comment.
That's like Juan Manuel Marquez. He didn't do a meal till after he fought with Pacquiao.
Right.
Oh, you caught that, Rick Timms? Yeah, Rick Timms. I threw that out there. I was gonna see who was knowledgeable enough to catch it when I called him the seaside.
Yeah,
I
well,
definitely
hey, that's true though. I mean, with how it is, as far as what people say about the money situation, I even let go on them. If a motherfucker making the person making the most money, yeah, I gotta rock with that on the A side with that. I'm still a you know, if you got all the belts, a legacy. I'm always a legacy guy, but I mean, if you making the most money, it is what it is. So you know,
I love boxing legacy, but you gotta realize it's called prize fight,
I feel you.
and the
I feel
legacy
you.
can't feed your family.
Yeah, legacy can't feed your family, but me as a person, I still would want it. If I was
Because
put like
Muhammad Ali had a hell of a legacy, right? He has one of the best legacies in boxing. But at the end, he was broke at the end. They took all of it from him.
who,
He had to sell his legacy.
who,
Muhammad Ali.
yeah, but Muhammad Ali name still to this day you can still be with Muhammad Ali.
But he don't, his family and him don't own his name.
He sold it.
it's a
I,
part of
I,
that when it's a part of that company that owns the rights to Marilyn Monroe, because
I think Shaq
Shaq
got part
owns
of Muhammad Ali's name.
yeah, he got the highest percentage within that company. He owns a lot of those names, including Ali.
And that's what I'm telling you. Legacy don't feed your family. And see, Juan Manuel Marquez, he did great numbers versus Pacquiao and Floyd.
Well, he was alright. He was okay. I mean,
But against
he
other
how
Mexican
much?
fighters, he didn't do good numbers.
He ain't- yeah.
You never see real big fights unless it's heavyweights with the same color.
I think that um I think that Canelo and Benavidez will do decent numbers though.
Yep, the Ecuadorian versus the Mexican.
And that's a legacy fight. If they was to fight, he would be added. I think Canelo, just to be real, be honest, I like Canelo, but I think Canelo's scared of Benavidez for some reason. I just think he don't
At
want chances
first,
with Benavidez.
at first, I thought so, but now Canelo said bring his ass home.
I would love to see that fight, man. I hope that shit go down for real. I would
But
love
I'm
to
gonna tell
see
you
that
one
fight.
thing though.
God damn, I would love to see that fight.
If Canelo comes in that fight the way he did versus Mel, Benavidez is gonna have a short night. Because Benavidez don't have as much power as people think. That's why he throw a lot of shots. And
Right.
Benavidez' defense is real shitty. He's there to get hit. He is there to get hit.
And guess what? He will do a lot of coming forward. That's true. Canelo is a good counterpuncher too. So he is the kind of fighter that will walk into a lot of shit that Canelo might let go. So I wouldn't doubt that. I still want to see it, but I wouldn't doubt it. But I
But
want to see
Canelo
it.
also ain't had that head movement like he used to have.
Yeah, he damn sure didn't. He damn sure didn't.
Canelo
I
didn't
didn't.
use no head movement versus Jamel. He just
Yeah,
dropped his hands and came forward.
yeah.
Because you couldn't hurt him.
Yeah.
That's
And
probably why. That's
Benavidez
why.
is not a
In two
power
cents,
puncher.
that's probably why he wasn't using it because he probably felt like he couldn't hurt him. That's
He
probably why.
can't. He ain't finna knock
Yeah,
me
he
Right.
out.
dropped his
That's how he
hands.
felt. Yeah, he's not about to knock me out. So why do I need to do any
He
hand
dropped his
movement
hands
or
and
pull
went
up
to
a
a
fist?
predator style.
Oh yeah.
Salute to Coach Amber with
But
the
the
$2
thing
something
is,
about that's because he got the recipe right. Exactly, Coach Amber.
but I do think that his Benavidez has a better footwork from what I've seen than
Benavidez
Canelo.
has trash
So
footwork.
I think his footwork is pretty decent on par with Canelo. Like that, I can't say now.
Benavidez trips himself up. He squares himself up. That's the worst part of Benavidez' game is his footwork.
I think it'll fare well with a Canelo who's a straight come forward fighter.
But if he coming forward and you square up, you get knocked on your ass.
I don't
You
think it
don't never
will.
want your feet to be parallel to each other. You always want to
Niggas
be
don't.
in like a right
And
angle.
that's how Benavidez fight too. He fights with his feet parallel.
And that's why you see people knocking him down too. You've seen him knocked down. You never seen Canelo knocked down.
Canelo hard as shit to knock out. Canelo got a fucking granite ass chin. That motherfucker.
Man, Canelo can
Yeah.
take man, Canelo head is like a
Yeah.
bomb bunker.
He remind me of somebody when I was little that used to live around our neighbor. We used to play football. A dude named Art. Do you know how you got them dudes that's just extra strong and they just feel like they
Mhm.
fucking rock when you try to tackle or something? He
Yeah,
remind me
you be
of one.
like, damn
Like
man, what the
what
hell?
the fuck? That motherfucker
Strong for no
strong as
reason.
shit. What the fuck? Yeah. So
And,
yeah.
and you know what's crazy? What makes it even worse is he can legalize and legally juice up on us.
That was fucked up that he was. That's crazy. He even affiliate himself with that shit, and he already supposed to be like he is.
But now
That's
he
the
can use
fucked
it.
up
But
part
now he
about it.
can use it and not get in trouble for it.
Oh, that's what they was talking about. The shit that they said that he could use now.
Yeah,
I heard about some kind of.
they raised the level of clenbuterol up.
Okay,
So
yeah, I
now,
heard about that. All right, okay, yeah, okay.
but
But you
see,
know, when I heard that, I didn't know it was only for Mexican fight. I thought it was across the board they raised the level.
just for Mexican fighters, anybody else take
That's
it?
crazy.
Anybody else take it? Then they use the substance abuse policy because they saying that your meat ain't tainted with it, so you took it first.
Oh, I think that's some bullshit. Now, I really think that ain't right.
Hey yo,
That's
Vato,
some
your
bullshit.
clowns are sitting here taking damn performance enhancers, Vato, because y'all can't fight us for real. How about that? But see,
Wait, what
that's what I'm
happened?
saying though. I feel like if they raise it up for everybody, okay, Kane, that's Kane right there. That's
Man, they might just let all them niggas do. And
look,
just see
that's
what
that
the
nigga with the
fuck.
swoop bang right there talking. Hey, Shua, that's the dude with the swoop bang. 18th Street Vato, I'm not protecting Canelo. I detest Canelo, you dumbass. I detest the fact that Canelo gets to use performance enhancers and other fighters have to fight him, dumbass. Can you not read, dumbass? I keep saying that he has an illegal amount of performance enhancer that dissipates in his body, so he's coming to the ring with an unfair advantage. You dumbass. Did you understand that, dumbass? Mr. Vato. Shit. Talking
I
about
don't
I'm
know where
protecting
he came
Canelo.
from.
Like I'm trying to figure out where the hell did I protect Canelo when I'm sitting here saying it's an unfair advantage. I swear, well,
Yo,
reading is fundamental and comprehension is just as bad, and they can't do neither. Damn.
I don't know where he came from.
G-Man's always around.
how much old?
Oh, that's G Man.
Yeah, that's Mr. Swoop Bang himself.
Hey G Man, what hair care products you use? I'm trying to get my bang and everything
He
swoop.
didn't have a wrench.
Of course.
He had a wrench. Shua.
No, I don't think so.
Shua said
Mm,
how he get a wrench.
really finished.
Don't troll, do not troll this channel.
Damn, I ain't know he had a wrench. Yeah, I fixed that real quick. Hold on. Well, even if he do get a wrench, Shua can still pop his ass. So he thought he was safe. He thought he could escape, huh? Because they wrench mates, huh? He didn't know that Shawar Allah could seal his fate, huh? He didn't know that he about to get dirty south put in that baked in the cake, huh? Well, he had a wrench. But now that shit about to get breaked, huh?
Really, your people's.
You said what?
Uh,
I think that oh go ahead, buckle up boxing.
no, I was. My bad, y'all. I thought I had muted myself. I was talking to these people that fuck with my car. But go ahead. I will go ahead.
Do you think that do you guys think that how do you guys think that this Boo Boo versus Benavidez fight about to play out, because that's the next big fight that I cannot wait to see. And Shakur and Edwin De Los Santos.
At first, honestly, I'm gonna be real. We're gonna do these two right here, and then we're gonna 2 hours go by fast on here. But we're gonna do these two real quick, and then we're gonna do our shout outs once we finish though. But honestly, I thought Boo Boo would beat David Benavidez. That's what I thought. And then me and KO started doing some talking, and he reminded me of a few things. Boo Boo won his first fight at 168. But this same fighter that he beat got destroyed in his last two fights. He got dropped 4 times in one fight. And Eubanks beat the heck out of him in another fight. And Boo Boo couldn't get that man up out of there. So I was thinking, okay, that means Boo Boo power ain't rise to the occasion. Now, I don't know if that's because it was his first fight up there or anything, so I give him credit for that. So now I start thinking Boo Boo's also getting older. He's older now. And you know, the first thing to go from a boxer is their athleticism. Roy Jones. Roy Jones is a prime example of what happens when a athletic boxer loses their athleticism. And see, Boo Boo uses his athleticism to get him out of sticky situations and to do all them crazy movements and stuff. Then I thought about how, hey, Jesus A.S., I don't have to steal people's money on YouTube, you dumb shit. But you get paid by Rick Glazier and everybody else to push false narratives. So who needs to get a job? You and that swoop bang. You mad because you can't come on for 9 show. Now you come over here. I appreciate it because you're giving me views, dumbass. I ain't got to get paid by the people. I can just get it off the views. And I appreciate you. So keep making you new accounts. Keep viewing it. Because every time you do it, I get paid when your ass come and watch. So thank you. New accounts. Keep viewing it. Hold on. Let me cut this down. Every time you do it, I get paid when your ass. I just removed 18th Street Vaco.
Wow, that's the first time this has
But
happened
you know,
in a
the
very
thing
long
with
time.
you see these fighters look bad in this fight, look bad in this fight, look bad in this fight, and then boom, all of a sudden they looking like they in their prime again.
You know why?
And that's why it's kind of like trying to use previous fights and past fights.
But you know what? I've noticed a lot of this, and people ain't gonna talk about it. But when you see fighters and they was at their last leg and they looked bad, then they come back like Manny Pacquiao or like Canelo. You gotta realize they have an extra help. We just gonna call it a spade a spade. They have an extra help, and it's
Crawford,
crazy because
we never seen him look like that either, and
who?
he out of his prime. Crawford.
I mean, they can say it, but I'm talking about shit that's really illegal. See, what Crawford taking is legal though. They have
yeah. Boo Boo was snack too though.
Yeah. So Boo Boo might be snack strong, but what I'm saying is, like, the to make our fighters, if we have the same thing that Canelo has in his system, we'll get fined and we'll get put in for PEDs. But it's okay for this man to come in here, bring a guy up 2 weight divisions and be juiced to the gills, stand on his toes the whole fight, ain't sat down not once. Canelo has so much energy, this man could not sit down.
He pulled a boots, honey. He pulled a boots.
Yeah, like Canelo was waiting on, like he was sitting there looking over at, he was like Ivan Drago. He was sitting there waiting for the round to start, like, let me at him. So, you know, it's crazy though, but you know, they try to put up a lot of obstacles against our fighters because our fighters are really athletically gifted. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's we're athletically gifted fighters. You know what I'm saying? And so they have to try to even the playing field. Like they talk about Babe Ruth, right? How he was the home run king. My boy over there, what's my man name that was in the Negro Leagues? They did a movie about him. He played with Satchel Paige.
Jackie, no, not Jackie Robinson.
No, not Jackie Robinson. I'm talking about the big hitter. What was his damn name? Y'all remember his name? What was the black guy that was hitting all the home runs in the Negro
Barry
League?
Bonds?
Huh?
You talking about Barry Bonds?
No, I'm talking about in the Negro League, baby.
Oh, in the Negro
Back there
League.
was Satchel Paige and them.
I don't even know.
Nah, I don't figure. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm about to figure it out because I hate not knowing. It's
Somebody said Hank Aaron?
nah, it's not that. It's Josh Gibson. That's his damn. Yes, Shawar, Josh Gibson. Well, me and Shawar called it at the same time. Josh Gibson. Yes, yes, Josh Gibson. Josh Gibson was arguably the best home run hitter ever. The man hit all these home runs and still counted to the man was averaging 100 home runs a year with the greatest pitchers like Satchel Paige and them. Satchel Paige get there, they can't even Major League Baseball couldn't even hit Satchel Paige hit. And you got to realize, like, we had the black murderers row in boxing, like Charlie Burley and all them. Those fighters were so good, nobody wanted to fight them, so they had to fight each other and keep giving each other losses. The great Sugar Ray Robertson, he ducked Charlie Burley. It's reported. Charlie Burley never got a title shot because Sugar Ray Robinson would not fight that man. And there was a reason. They were some bad boys in the Black Murderers Row. If you wasn't, they didn't lose to nobody outside the Black Murderers Row. And it was like 8, 9 of them. They all fought each other. But Sugar Ray Robinson wouldn't give them boys a chance. Yeah, it was Josh Gibson, y'all. But yeah, you gotta realize there's a lot of fighters that's great and people that they don't know. And see, like I said, when you see fighters get old and you see them have like a resurgence, it's because they got a little something special in their stuff. Like Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. If y'all seen Pacquiao, his head looked like it had grown 4 inches. Like the man was resurgent. He was back on his theme. He was back on his stuff. Like people gotta realize, like boxing is competitive, and if you can't compete, then they put you out the pasture. And a lot of fighters just ain't ready to go. And so they do whatever they have to do to make it. And if that means taking performance enhancers or not. You see James Tony failed a couple times.
Yep.
Well, I just hope that I know that the Boo Boo and gonna be the
Don
fight
Chingasso. It feels just like any other person losing in boxing. What the hell you mean? I fucks with Earl, but I don't know him personally. Like, how am I supposed to feel like a motherfucker gets his ass whooped in boxing and they made over $30 million? Hell, you probably feel happy. Because you guys like you get your ass whooped for free. That man's getting damn money to lose.
No, we're not even talking about Spence. I don't know why these people always popping up in the chat talking about how your boy got
That's
beat up.
King,
Like,
man. King has a King done got banned on all the damn channels now, him and his swoop bangs, he has
yeah, I'm not familiar with this guy.
oh he look like a daggone sweet ass Rico Suave with a swoop bang.
Two
A
says
stiff ass swoop
bang
bang.
is
It's
laid.
the
His
emo
bang,
bang. He got like the emo
yes,
bang
he got
going.
the
Yeah,
emo
yeah.
bang, and it's laid. It's super laid.
That shit is pressed and laid.
That's
Yes,
But I
Shamika Jackson. Jamal Charlo said he wants the revenge for his brother, but he really wants that paycheck. That's what it is. He don't give a damn about his brother. You seen him in there with Terrence Crawford and them. That man don't give a damn about his brother. He's saying that now because he give a damn about that rematch. I mean, he wants that check. Jamal Charlo wants the check.
Well, at least we can all agree that this is going to be a very competitive fight with Boo Boo and Benavidez. I think it's going to be competitive, but I do think that Benavidez is going to edge it out.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on what Boo Boo's power looks like and how. Matter of fact, it depends on how snack strong Boo Boo is, honestly.
Exactly.
Because if Boo Boo comes out there and he looks like Boo Boo of 160 or 154, Benavidez has a problem.
Well, how old is Boo? He like 35. Like he on the tail end of his career, right?
Huh?
Is Boo Boo? Is
And
he on the
that's the
tail end of
problem.
his career?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, and
33,
that's the
34.
problem that I have with Boo Boo because I always wanted to put Boo Boo on my pound for pound list, but he's not as consistent as he used to be. And his skills have kind of like
Diminished.
deteriorated over the years.
Diminished.
So I
Diminished.
can't add my boy to the list yet.
Right.
Nope.
He'll
But
make it if he beat Benavidez.
yep, because
Benavidez is on now.
if he beats Benavidez, the road just gets even worse because he's gonna have Morrell next. He's not even getting Canelo. If Benavidez loses, Jamal Charlo gets Canelo. If Benavidez wins, then he gets Canelo.
Hmm.
That's a great fight. But Morel finna tear that boy up.
And see, Benavidez, he had a chance to fight Boo Boo last year. Remember they was talking about it and they pulled out the negotiations because they said Boo Boo was too high risk. They didn't want
Hmm.
that Boo Boo fight.
Right. I haven't seen Benavidez, but somebody was telling me, or I heard it on the channel. I don't know, a video
But
or something I watched.
Benavidez signed a check. I mean, a contract with three names on it. It was Plant, Morrell, and Boo Boo. He's the bought Plant. Now he either had to fight Morrell or Boo Boo. He chose the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, they say Benavidez looking the best he ever looked.
Well, I hope so because I really want to see a great fight between him and Boo Boo. And Boo Boo has the skills to beat Benavidez. I just don't know if he has the physicality and the youth to beat him. Right? Plus, I would rather see Canelo and Benavidez first. Because I want people to understand. I want to see Canelo Benavidez in May, right? Because that way it gives Charlo another shot to up. Game time future salute, King. I want to see Benavidez versus Canelo in May. Because that gives Charlo a little bit more time to acclimate himself. And plus, I would like to see Charlo, after he beats Jose Benavidez, go up and fight Caleb Plant. That's what I want. I want him to fight Caleb Plant. Him and Caleb Plant has issues. He has to fight Caleb Plant. And when he fights Caleb Plant, let me check this out. When he fights Caleb Plant, that'll be a perfect moniker
He
for
better
him.
fight Caleb Plant.
Huh?
I said he better fight him.
He got to. He's got to. And after he fight Caleb Plant, then he has to be acclimated to that division. And then September, he'll have a chance to fight Canelo. But like I said, he fights in November right now, right? November 26th. Then you got December, January, March. Early March, you can fight. May, June, July. And then he could probably fight at the end of July, or he just wait to stone. So you can do it that way. And then we'll have Canelo versus Benavidez. And like I said, if Canelo comes out clambuterol up and in the shape like he was versus Charlo, Canelo dispatches Benavidez in 8 rounds or less. Because
You said clenbuterol up.
yeah,
Dang, upper.
I'm just keeping it 100, man. Like clambuterol, do y'all not understand how good clambuterol can help a person? Like how bad, not how good, like how it increases your power and stuff in your system.
It's
It
a great
makes you,
advantage.
yes, it's a great advantage. It's like damn Tyson Fury taking that drink that keeps his ass from being knocked out versus Wilder, and it gives him energy. That damn ice cream shrink, you know, it happens.
So what do you guys think about the Edwin and the Shakur? That's the last point.
They saying Edwin De Los Santos doing a fat camp. They showed a picture of him I had
That
seen a
picture
while ago.
old. That picture
I
old.
mean, for him, oh, it was old. Cause I was gonna say for him to be calling out Shakur all this time, it wouldn't really make sense for you to be.
I knew that was old because when he pulled up to Shakur's in New Jersey, how he looked, I said, "No, that's an old," because he looked very fit in that video when he was calling out Shakur in New Jersey.
I think he may give Shakur maybe first 2, 3 rounds give him trouble, but once Shakur figure him out, I think it's a wrap.
Hmm.
If he can like the aqua style, he can catch Shakur with some things because this is my thing with Shakur, and this is why I don't think that he'll beat Tank. We've never seen Shakur be hit really, and if he can take, we don't know if he can take shots. We don't know how that'll affect his fighting style if he's getting hit. If he can't keep that range in that distance. So Santos got some power and he's able to land some shots early before he get figured out. He may have a little success, but I don't know if he's gonna win.
Edwin has 4 rounds to show something. The first 3 to 4 rounds. If he don't, Shakur is going to be a massacre. Really, first two. And if it's not, it's going to be a massacre. It's
Yeah.
definitely going to be a massacre. You okay, Upper?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna let everybody go ahead and get their last shout outs. Yeah, it's that time. I can't even hold it no longer. Buckle up. You want to get your last shout out, bro?
Yeah, let me jump back in here. I was on mute the whole time because I ain't want y'all hearing all that crazy ass noise in the back. But yeah, it was good chopping it up with y'all today though. You coming back on tomorrow, right?
Yeah, every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I'll get back in there with y'all tomorrow. See what's up. Yeah, but it was good chopping it up with y'all. And any fight? We don't got no fights coming this weekend.
Got the Leywoods fight. I have the whole list for you tomorrow.
All right, that's what's up. All right, I'll get back with y'all. Y'all have a good
All right,
one, man.
all right, bro. You want to go ahead?
Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, Keith.
As
Oh no,
always, thank
no,
you guys.
no. 2 Cent. Go ahead, go ahead. You know, Key finishes off the show. Go ahead, 2 Cent.
Okay. Um, Once again, thanks up for letting me come on the panel. Chop it up with y'all. Key up. Who was that? Buckle up boxing. I had a good time today. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. And if you are subscribed to the channel, just check out the last video I posted. I'll be back on here tomorrow to chop it up with y'all.
If y'all ain't subscribed to the 2 Cent boxing, y'all missing out. I'm telling you.
Definitely subscribe to 2 Cent. Thank you for coming up. Shout out to the gentleman that was on. Shout out to Coach Amber, Shawa, Rick Timms, as always. B Dog, all things. Let me see who else is on there. William Old School Arnold, of course. Shout out to you, Upper. This was a great build. Sorry that I was late. Um, there's another person in there, Devin the Nightmare Haney. Tank don't want to fight anybody. Okay, thank you for your input. Expensive Paper, shout out to you as well. Bomb Squad, that's all I know when I see his name. Upper, this was a great build. 2 Cents, definitely drop your link because I was unable to find you. And see you guys tomorrow. And we'll cook it up and discuss the fights for this weekend. Have a great night. Upper, get better, feel better.
Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Sorry if I started fading at the end. You know, I have to fight it sometimes. I'm sorry if I
You
faded
made
it.
it through. You made it through.
Yeah, I did. With y'all help though, you know, couldn't do it myself. But peace and blessings to all y'all. And like I said, if you ain't subscribed to Key Alexander and 2 Boston, you missing out on some great stuff right there. But peace and blessings to everybody. We back on the same time tomorrow. And y'all know we gotta blow it up out of here. I'm out of here. Peace.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me a op, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hit us, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Hop out and leave them holding like the Bible. AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split. LPN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. Bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Y'all know what the fuck.